Welcome back to my channel. I'm Coach Claire Garver. Let's get into it. For today's video, I'm talking about my favorite topic in the world. And this topic is how to create the life and business of your dreams. How to create the world you want to live in. Why this is so important? Well, obviously, you are a human and you have a lifetime. You have a certain number of years. You don't know how many years you have, but if you woke up like you did today, then you got another day, and bless you for getting another day. So the importance of this topic is that we have a set number of days, hours, moments on this planet, and we want to stretch out and to maximize our time with the time that we have. So we want to master our energy, because when you master your energy, now you're creating the world you want to live in. Now you're creating the life and business of your dreams. Now you're essentially becoming the creator of your life. So whatever it is you want, you know how to make it happen. We live in an energy universe. Everything is energy in this universe. So your job is to learn how to manipulate energy so you can experience what it is you want in this lifetime. Now, there are a few important things to remember when we talk about creating the life of your dreams, creating the world you want to live in. It might sound cliche, and maybe it is, but it's also the most important thing that you can really ponder is, what is your life? Like, what do you want? And how are you going to make the most of it? There's one major topic that surrounds this, which is the topic of manifestation. I know, we've all heard about manifestation. It's kind of an overused term, but it's also a very important term because you are manifesting your life, believe it or not, for good or for bad. Everything you're experiencing right now in your life, you manifested. The good and the bad. What you're experiencing is a result of the thoughts you think, of the beliefs you hold to be true about your life. So when we talk about manifestation, essentially what we're talking about is you becoming an energetic match for what it is you want. To become an energetic match, you have to get really clear on what you want. So that's step number one, is getting really clear on what it is you want. Like, what are your desires? I mean, go deep. What do you desire for your life? How do you want to feel, look? How do you want to pass your time? How do you want to invest your time? How do you want to spend it? Like, what are the feelings you want to feel? What are the kinds of relationships you want? How do you want to dress? How do you want to clothe yourself? What experiences do you want? What kind of vistas do you want to see? Where do you want to travel? What do you want to do? Like, what are the desires for your life? This is step one in creating the world you want to live in. What do you want? What kind of world do you want to live in? A peaceful world? Do you want to live in a serene world, a blissful world? Do you want to live in a chaotic world? Do you want to live in a violent, scary world? I don't know. I'm not here to tell you what you want. I'm here to encourage you to ask yourself the questions. Because whatever it is you really want, whatever it is you are habitually thinking about, that's what you're going to experience. So step number one in creating the world you want to live in is getting extremely clear on what it is you want in every way. So you want to really tap into your senses. Like, what foods do you want to eat? What smells? What sights? What sounds? What music? What vibrations? What rhythms? I mean, really saturate yourself in the energies that you want to experience. Getting clear on what your desires are. And I mean, all the desires, the day-to-day desires for how you want to wake up, how you want to go to sleep, your sexual desires. Those are important too. How do you want to experience pleasure? Like, these are some taboo topics that we don't talk about in society, but guess what? We need to be talking about them because this is your life and you're not living this life for anybody else, but for you and for the people who surround you and for the people who love you and support you. So you want to make the most of yourself. And I read this in a book. Which book was it? It was The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. And he says in this book, the best thing you can do for the world is to make the most of yourself. And I've never heard truer words in my life. The best thing you can do for the world is to make the most of yourself because you have something inside of you that nobody else has. And when you come back home to yourself and make the most of yourself, you're doing your part for humanity, doing your duty, you're living your dharma, you're of service to society, to the world. It's when we're disconnected from ourselves that we end up filling the void by going externally to seek validation, to seek approval, to fill the spaces within. Big no-no. Come home to yourself and find out who you are, find out what you want. So that's step one. What do you want? What are your desires? Step number two in creating the world you want to live in is shifting any beliefs any stories, any narratives that tell you it's not possible. Step number 2 in creating the world you want to live in is getting extremely clear on the beliefs you hold, the thoughts you think that say you can't have that. Any old stories around your happiness, your right to, your deservingness, your worthiness, your ability, your capability, your intellect, your intelligence. What's possible for you? What are the stories you tell yourself? When you hold the things that you really want for your life, the wealth, the relationships, the experiences, the success, the travel, the opportunities, when you say those things out loud to yourself, I would put money on it, followed up real quick are the reasons why it's not gonna happen for you. Well, I have this debt. Well, I'm stuck here. Well, I have to do this. Those, my friend, are called limiting beliefs. They're just limiting beliefs. They're just stories. Those stories are preventing you from having what it is you desire. And I'm gonna preface this whole thing by saying, your desires are your birthright. Period. I don't care what you've been told. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you believe. I'm telling you right now, your desires are your birthright. They're not random. They were given to you so you could realize that you're worthy of them, learn to believe in yourself, and then actualize them and experience those desires. What else are you here for? You're here to live. You're here to find out who you are. You're here to find out what you want. That's what makes you, you. This is it. How exciting, your life. So recap, step number 1, what do you want? Get really, really clear. Grab a pen, grab a paper, write it out. Step number 2, what are the stories you tell yourself that say you can't have it? What beliefs, what stories, what thoughts come up that say you can't have it? We gotta clear those. How do we clear those? By illuminating them, by just being aware of what they are and then countering them with the opposite affirmation. So affirming, I am worthy of all of my desires. I am worthy of the life I desire. I am worthy of success. I am capable of success. I am abundant. My birthright is abundance. Like starting to reframe all of these beliefs in a positive light and reaffirming your right to your desires, your right to the life of your dreams, your right to the clients, to the success, to the profit, to the wealth, to everything you want, to the travel, to the boutique hotels, to the love of your life, to the sexual experiences you desire. Whatever it is you desire, you have a right to them. They're yours. No shame, no guilt. Own your desires. So number 1, know what you want. Number 2, clear any beliefs tell you it ain't possible. It is. The affirmations, with repeating the affirmations, feeling them in your body and starting to tell yourself a new narrative. And every time you catch yourself dipping into old belief systems, you just come right back. I am worthy of the life I desire. I am capable of all of my dreams. I am deserving of a big, beautiful life. I can give myself the life I deserve and desire. I align myself up with what is meant for me. I release everything that is no longer meant for me. So starting to really become aware of the thoughts you're thinking, because these are essentially your beliefs. These are the truths you hold and the truths you're living by. So what truths do you want to live by? Get really clear and make this part of your daily practice. And the third step in creating the world you want to live in is holding faith. I was going to say 2, but we'll do 4. Number 3 is holding faith, which means in the moments where it doesn't show up, where you don't see it, your manifestations happening, you're thinking all these things and you're exclaiming all these things you want and you're writing your desires and you're praying and you're repeating what it is you want, but you don't see it. Hold faith. Believe it's coming. It's not instant, right? It's like going to the gym. You have to flex your muscles for a while before you notice the results. You have to keep doing it. This is a mental muscle. You have to keep flexing this mental muscle by remembering what you want, coming back to it, doing your journal entries, writing, reaffirming what you want and that you're worthy of it and that you can do it, you can have it, you can be it, you can do it, you can experience it. And then holding the faith. Faith is the glue that brings all this together. Faith is your trust that the universe is delivering what it is you want. So you shift your energy, right? Because we talked about manifestation. So manifestation is becoming the energetic match. So the way we do that is by starting to tell yourself new thoughts. When you tell yourself new thoughts, it creates new feelings. We want those new feelings. Those new feelings are your new energy. Your new energy is your vibration. Your vibration is your energy. It's what goes out and what comes back in. When you start shifting the thoughts, you create new energy, and that energy becomes your vibration, and it goes out and it starts attracting back to it that which it is. If you do this for long enough, you change your state of being. You change your energetic state of being. And the faith is what holds you there. It's what holds you in that energetic space, that the energy of what you want, and then you expand out into it. This might be the most important phase because it's the hardest thing to do. It's hard to hold faith when nothing in front of you is showing you. You have to believe internally because this is where it all begins. It begins in here with the story you're telling yourself, with what you believe, and that's in here, that's not out there. So you hold the faith for long enough and you start to see the results. But if you give up or if you lose faith or you get stuck in doubt, you separate yourself from the thing you desire. You create more space between you and it. But when you come back to faith and belief, it comes closer to you. You draw it to you. It's like a magnet. You're drawing it to you. You're pulling it closer to you. That's why faith is so important, because external appearance may not seem like it's working. You have to believe that it is. And it will. You don't get to decide the timeline. That's up to the universe. That's up to God. Your job is to hold faith and to know what you want and to believe it's possible. And most importantly, to know that you are worthy of it. To believe you are worthy of it. To feel that you are worthy of it. Because it's the feeling of the worth that creates the container so you can draw it in. If you don't feel you're worthy of it, you will push it away subconsciously. Do you understand? This is so important. So number one, what do you want? Get really, really clear on what you want. Number two, shift the belief. Shift any story to tell you you can't have it. Reaffirm your potentiality, the possibility, your worth, your belief in yourself. All that you want. Reaffirm every day, all day. Number three, hold faith. Believe it's coming. Believe it's already yours. Live in the energy of it already happening. You have to live in that energy. Because that's how we collapse time and space. By living in the energy of it, you bring it right to you. It's when you doubt it, you create that space. You say, it's not mine, I'm not worthy of it, I can't have it. And you create that space. So the thing you want is over there and you're over here and you're like, but why can't I have it? Because you don't believe you're worthy of it. You don't really believe it's possible for you. But when you believe it's possible for you, it comes closer. And number four, and again, maybe the most important, is gratitude. Gratitude is the highest frequency along with authenticity. So gratitude and authenticity. When you are authentic and believing and knowing what you want and believing it's possible for you and holding faith, and authenticity is important because you have to be really real with yourself about what it is you want. That's the authenticity. And the gratitude is giving thanks. Giving thanks for all of your blessings before they show up. Giving thanks for the gift of being alive. Giving thanks for the opportunity to even dream, to even hold desires. Like, what a gift. This is what separates us from the animal world. We have this ability to dream, to imagine new realities and new possibilities and potentials for our lives. Like, that alone is a blessing. That alone is a gift that we can expand out into imaginary worlds that haven't even happened yet and believe that they're possible. And this is the game of life. This is the fun part, is in believing, using your imagination, seeing something, and then allowing it to happen by getting clear on what you want, by shifting beliefs and reaffirming your worth and the belief in yourself, by holding faith that it's possible for you and it's coming and it's already yours, and being authentic with what you really want in life, and then having gratitude, giving thanks every moment of every day, just giving thanks. These four things will support you in creating the world you want to live in. These four things will support you in creating anything you want in life. Whether you're an entrepreneur or you're an employer, you're a CEO or you're a lawyer, you're a cop, it doesn't matter what you do. It's who you are. It's what you believe. It's what you want. And it's how you give thanks. And it's how you live aligned to yourself, to your truth. That's it for today's video. I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment in the comments, anything you're trying to manifest. And if you have any specific blocks, drop those in the comments and I will try to get back to anybody who drops a comment with my feedback. If you want to book a free 15-minute call with me, check the notes in the description, hit the link and book your call. And you will be guided to a masterclass which will take you much deeper into this process of creating the world you want to live in. Thank you for being here and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.